Hello, this is cjhoyle. Today is Wednesday, February the 17th, 2021, and I'm standing here in front of the St Clair West subway station. Over there in that tree you can see my cross-country skis, and in this video I'm going to be putting those skis on and filming a narrated urban cross-country skiing video through Cedarvale Park. Alright, so here I begin my ski. I'm going to be basically skiing in the north direction here from the bottom of this park, which conveniently ends right at the St Clair West subway station. I'm going to be skiing in the north direction up towards Eglinton Avenue. There's about 2 kilometers of trail through the park here. And the first section here is a downhill that we'll get to start with. And got to avoid people walking and people walking dogs and other obstacles along the way. This is something that I've been wanting to do, making a video of cross-country skiing here in Toronto for, well, pretty much the entire winter. But the snow hadn't really been cooperating with us very much up to this point. For most of December and January, we would get, snowfalls for a day, and then the next day it would always be quite warm. And the snow that had fallen on the first day was never, really enough to warrant going, urban cross-country skiing like this. But it's been quite cold for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And we finally got a fair bit of snow back, I guess on the evening of Monday evening, Tuesday morning, which is yesterday. So I did get out skiing after work yesterday just to sort of do a test run at this. But this is my first time skiing here this winter. I've only ever skied here at Cedarvale Park once before. That was back in 2019. I had the same plans to ski last winter too in 2020, but again, the snow just didn't cooperate. There wasn't enough of it for really skiing throughout the last winter, but glad to get to enjoy this rare occasion here. This is certainly not a cross-country skiing trail, but you can see there are a couple of tracks over there to the left from someone else who's been doing this. And you can see where I'm skiing right now. It's on top of an area where lots of people have walked, and it's become very well packed. It's almost like a groomed trail. Move over here. I apologize if the camera footage is a bit shaky. I'm trying to ski as stable as I can for the benefit of the video. At the sacrifice of speed. If I wasn't filming, I would probably be skiing faster than this right now. So basically the snow that I'm skiing on, pretty much all of it fell back on overnight on Monday night, Tuesday morning. And then today's Wednesday, there wasn't any snow, but it remained, cold enough for the snow not to melt away. It was kind of sunny today. But the snow doesn't feel icy. So this bridge that we're approaching up ahead is Bathurst Street. Cedarvale Park runs through an old historic ravine. And there's a bridge, of course, that has to cross that ravine up there at Bathurst Street. Let me just double check and make sure we're still recording. Yes, we are. I've been cross-country skiing since I was a very young child. It was something that, a pastime that my family enjoyed throughout my childhood. But in recent years, it's obviously not something I've done quite as often. I brought my skis into the city here, where I live, and I never take them to any cross-country skiing resorts anymore, or I haven't in a few years at least. But my favorite thing right now is to cross-country ski through the city, urban cross-country skiing, because it's a chance to get to see places that you visit, throughout the year, in a time of year when you otherwise wouldn't be here, and because the city doesn't do anything to maintain these trails in terms of snow removal, it actually makes it, not a bad place to come skiing. Certainly not busy. I mean, I've passed a few people there, but good place to be. When I skied in the city back in 2019, I did this route once before. Basically about 2 kilometers of trails in a line that you can ski up through, and then you can turn around and come back the other way. And then I've also taken my skis a few times to High Park over in the west end of Toronto. And another time I took my skis up to the Beltline Trail in Midtown from Eglinton West Station, and got on the Beltline Trail there, and I skied in the east direction, which took me all the way to Mount Pleasant Cemetery, which I believe I was closed when I was trying to get through there, so I had to walk around the cemetery. But then I picked it up on the continuation of the Beltline, which goes down into the valley, and then I skied up through the Vale of Avoca, and I think I eventually walked back to one of the subway stations through there. I guess probably Summerhill or Rosedale. All these places I'm mentioning are accessible from the subway. You just put your skis in the ski bag and walk over to the subway station and take that to get to where you need to go. The other place I've skied in Toronto too is Toronto Island. I was really interested to try that just because, I've done lots of other modes of transportation over on Toronto Island, and I wanted to add skiing to my list, and it was fun, but it was very flat, as you could imagine, so it was kind of bland for cross-country skiing. I should also mention that this valley that I'm in right now, the Cedarvale Ravine, it continues further south beyond St Clair West. It becomes the Nordheimer Ravine. So if you want to connect those two together, you can ski this section that I'm doing here now, and then you take your skis off and you walk for 5 minutes and you put them back on in the Nordheimer Ravine, and you can basically ski just about down as far as Russell Hill Road, which is near the intersections of DuPont and Davenport. Try skiing in these tracks left behind by another set of skiers. I'm filming this video at about 5:30 in the afternoon. Right after my work day ended, I got myself suited up for this activity and got on the subway and came straight here. It gets dark quite early at this time of the year. I mean, it got dark even earlier back in January and December, but the sun is probably just starting to set now, so I wanted to get here to film this video before it gets dark, or before it gets too dark. Oh, there's a toboggan hill over there. Maybe I'll go over this way. You can see the people sledding. Lots of people out enjoying the snowy day. If this had been a weekend day, of course, I would have wanted to come skiing here during the day before the sun started to set. But it's nice that with all the snow, all the light from the sun and everything else gets reflected a lot more easily. So it's a lot brighter out here than it would be if there was no snow. Trying to find my way back onto this trail over here to the right, although I'm a little bit worried it might be clear of snow. Not really sure what the snow removal plan is for this park here. As I said, this is my first time coming skiing here since 2019. Okay. So yeah, I actually want to be over on the other side of this, I think, so keep skiing this way. All right, here we go. So a little bit of ground here I need to sidestep over. There we go. All right, yeah, so the trail here has been plowed, but I think I should be able to ski next to it. Continue my way through this park. There is a sporting complex down back over towards the left back there. Can't decide if I like skiing better in the places that people have walked and it's nice and smooth, or if I prefer skiing in the tracks set by the other skiers. I guess this is probably better. When I was growing up, we used to cross-country ski at Horseshoe Valley, and that area, of course, gets lots of snow. Horseshoe Valley is north of Barrie, in the snow belt from the lake effect snow from Lake Huron. So there's always, or often, lots of snow in the winters. And they also, at Horseshoe Valley, they groom their cross-country trails most of the time. Alright, so I think I want to continue somewhere over here. I recognize that some people watching this video might be intimately familiar with Cedarvale Park and wanting to scream out to me and telling me which way to go. Well, I'm sorry, this was filmed in the past at the point that you're watching this. I think this is where I want to go. I've only done this once before. Yeah, that's right. So because The gap here by the trail is pretty wide. I'm going to take the skis off momentarily to get past because I don't want to scrape the bottoms of them. Yeah, is this where I want to go? There's a trail?
There's a fence on the other side of that.
Okay, where's the trail continue north?
It doesn't go much farther.
No?
Probably another 500 just across the field there.
Yeah, okay.
That's about it.
Alright, cool. Thanks. What about this way?
This way is not going to go. Again, you're sort of on here and then you got a soccer field and then you're done.
Okay, that's fine. I'll go this way then.
That way...
I came from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you can get all the way up to St Clair West Station there.
Yeah, that's where I came from. Thanks. I don't often ask for directions, but sometimes people volunteer them to me like that, which is nice. Yeah, I know there's not much further to go, but kind of wanted to ski the whole 2 kilometers. All right, and clip back in. I'll keep going. Yeah, this is what I've done this before. I remember coming this way. And now I can see it starting to get darker outside. Now I recall there is also a path that kind of goes through the trees over to more towards my right. So I might take that on my way back. But of course that'll be after I finish making this video. So yeah, I'm filming this video using a standard GoPro style chest mount. And I have an action camera, the one that I use for filming my bike riding videos. It's a Yi 4K Plus action camera. And in my opinion, it does a pretty good job for bike riding videos. But when I tried it with this chest strap, even with the image stabilization turned on, for any activity where you're using the chest strap, it just looks too shaky. So what I'm actually using instead of that, for something which I think produces better, less shaky images, is actually my smartphone, my Samsung Galaxy S10. I'm using the super steady mode on it, and I made an adapter that will allow me to mount it onto that GoPro mount that I was just mentioning there. Okay, here's my plan. I'm going to go straight, and then I'm going to curve back, and I'm going to come down this hill that's over towards my right. And that's where we'll end the video. It's always good to end on something fun like a downhill. If that's the case, why is the expression you want to end on a high note? I think ending at the very top of that hill, up high, would not be good. Yeah, I should be able to come through between those trees over to towards my right and get down through that hill there. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hill. Yeah, this park here is great for being close to home for me, but for cross-country skiing, it's a little bit too flat. It's really a lot more fun when you've got more hills to climb and more hills to descend down from. Yeah, there's that trail through the woods that I'll try taking after, but as I said, first we'll head down this hill. All right, nice and fast. Well, I hope you enjoyed joining me on my narrated cross-country skiing adventure. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.